Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 99 of WCW. One episode away from 100, and apparently now officially longer than the AEW series, because we just missed 100 on that one. So, big waves being made here on the WCW save. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you missed the community note or my tweets or whatever, and you're like, hey, isn't this up a day early? Yes, I streamed this on Monday night because tomorrow is NXT. Well, NXT is always on Tuesday, but also Dynamite. So I'm probably going to be watching Dynamite, so I did it tonight instead. So we're a day early, but that's great news? Question mark. Anyway, we're going to have Nitro, Saturday, Super Viernes, and then we should be able to squeeze the pay-per-view in here, too. This Saturday Night brand, Great American Bash, we've been building to for quite a while now. But before that, I guess we should just get right into this Nitro. Now, granted, on this Nitro, we are still, like, very far away from this Inoki retirement show. So we'll figure out what we're doing. No nights off. Where haven't we been in the States in a while? We haven't been to the Southwest since May. Somehow only the Southwest since May. Okay, Southwest it is. Last time we went to Utah. How are we getting 21,000? Okay. That is a lot of people. We are going to go to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. We're going to Vegas. You know, now that we're close to a pay-per-view, I probably should just be spamming creative finishes on all these shows. Because I don't think I have a lot of them right now. Oh, and it's not giving us good ones. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Safe bet. Okay, we got one usable creative. That was rough. Magnificent Mimi is here. Do you work, Mimi? You're a wrestler? Yes. Okay. Oh, you're not, like, good, though. Okay, no, maybe next time. Bam Bam and Dustin had a big argument. Okay. Sean Wallman is being influenced by Ricky Steamboat. I mean, that's good. Kikuchi yelled at Lance Storm. Training, bing bong. Okay. Alright, so Austin will only wrestle Inoki if he puts his career on the line. Owen seems interested in Real. Dustin Rhodes and Bam Bam. Maru Kajako. Oh boy. Rating with a party of one. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello, everybody. We are doing a Nitro in 1995. We are building to a pay-per-view that's like 2 months away on this Nitro brand. Trying to figure out what we should be doing here. Alright, so one thing I know I should be doing is I should be doing a promo with Inoki. Where Inoki, he's like fired up. He wants to accept Steve Austin's challenge to put his career on the line. And Kobashi's going to be like, Inoki-san, no. Don't do it. And he's going to try to talk him off the ledge, but then Inoki's going to, like, storm off. And then I guess after Inoki storms off, Kobashi can yell about Rick Rude. So we can kill two birds with one stone here. Call this storyline development for both. Inoki wants to accept match with Austin. Kobashi talks him down. Then cuts promo on Rude. The promo on Rude is just typical, like, Rick Rude, you cheated, face me man-to-man kind of stuff. Alright, great. No. Well, I don't know. Part of me thinks we should maybe give him a dark match. No, the match is in Japan, and we give him a dark match in Japan. It'll be fine. No, he's not going to work a match. We save it for the retirement show. Alright. So We did. Yes, we had Sabu and Pillman, yes. And then Sabu joined the Dangerous Alliance, right, of course. All right, so this is a big promo, our big new Don Callis family size Dangerous Alliance, now with not one but two managers, as we have Paulie and we have Jesse Ventura and we have Sabu, who stands there, and Brian Pillman, who I guess should talk. Basically, they're just going to talk about how this new Dangerous Alliance is unstoppable, and Sting and Big Van Vader, you guys are on notice. One of our guys will win the Triple Crown. We booked him in a dark match at the Bash at the Beach. He's fine. He got a surprisingly high rating. I guess maybe not surprisingly high. He has like 95 pop in Japan. But he got a high enough rating that I was like, oh, we should give him a match in Japan for his retirement. That's why we're doing this. Dangerous Alliance promo. We are now unstoppable. Alright, what are we doing for a main event? We got Vader, who's set to turn. We have Owen and Regal, who are set to turn. We could definitely do more stuff with Owen and Regal. Perhaps we can do a 6-man tag? Who could they team with? They could... Jumbo. Jumbo's kind of doing stuff with, like, Dustin, because they're both going to be in that 10-man tag, right? Sorry, not Dustin. Ron? Or was it Bam Bam and Dustin? What did we book last week? We booked Bam Bam and Dustin, right? Yes, we did Bam Bam and Dustin. Okay, great. Let's do a 6-man tag. Dustin. Owen Hart. Steve Regal. Taking on Bam Bam Bigelow, who's in the aforementioned Dangerous Alliance. So let's put, like, the Dangerous Alliance B team out there. Bam Bam, Mike Awesome, Jerry Lynn. 10 minutes. We'll make this storytelling. And let's do... We're going to call this partner miscommunication. But it's going to be the kind of a partner miscommunication where the commentators are like, hey, that almost looked like it was on purpose, you know? Like, they're going to be saying that. Steve Regal is very unreally. Steve Regal has more pop than Bam Bam Bigelow? He doesn't. He's just being a little bitch. I mean, this is not going to be the main event of the show. I could just protect him. But also his money's fake. I'll give him like 20 grand. And then afterwards, going to have Owen and Regal argue with each other. Not even like, honestly, probably not even arguing. More like Regal being like, "What was that?" And Owen is gonna play it cool, like, "Oh, sorry." How long does it take you off screen to book a typical show? The same amount of time it takes me on screen. And how far advanced do you like to book? On stream, I like to have my pay-per-view. Like, I like to go pay-per-view to pay-per-view. Maybe with, like, one or two overarching things of, like, at, you know, Bound for Glory or Starrcade or whatever, I want to do, like, these top 2 or 3 matches. In my personal save, honestly, like, most of the time it's just flying by the seat of my pants show to show, unless I have, like, some serious, like, things I'm planning. But, like, yeah, usually when I'm playing off screen, I'm just, like, fucking around. All right, don't. All right, I mean, don't get caught watching, but I'm glad you're tuning in even at work. All right, what do we? Let's see. I mean, Sting and Vader are only being talked to. I could certainly have Sting and Vader in matches. Then, and certainly either of them would be a main event level person. Let me think here. Stars, major stars. We got Vader. We got Jumbo. We got Mitsuharu Misawa. We got Rick Rude. We got Stan Hansen. We got Steve Austin. Sting is only a star. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Hansen and Misawa are going after the Holy Demon Army. Rude is going after Kobashi. Oh, Kobashi. We definitely could do more stuff with Kobashi and Rude for sure. Although it also kind of feels like a week where we would just do promos with them. Alright, let's do something with Jumbo. Jumbo's a major star. Who's a heel? Rick Rude's a heel. Steve Austin's a heel. Terry Gordy's a heel. Who he's been feuding. Marty Jannetty's a heel. Alright. I think we're just going to do Jumbo going one-on-one with Rick Rude, which is kind of wild. Also because, like, we might have to do a non-finish, but that's fine, because it's a random TV main event. Have I done them as a singles match? I'm curious. They got a 74 at Fall Brawl in 1994. And they have not had a singles match since. Alright, great. I also told Nick he should ask Steve Austin to come out of retirement, and he was like, that's cheating. And I was like, okay. I'm not going to twist your arm about it. I would like Jumbo to get a win here after a distraction by Kobashi. That's what I would like. Actually, no. Let's do the thing I like to do, where I do double interference, but the headcanon is actually that Kobashi was here to fight off Marty Jannetty. That makes sense. And then we could book this tag match next week if we wanted to. Okay. Everyone's cool with that finish. And then let's end the show with those four guys brawling. Let's do Marty fighting Rick, fighting Kobashi, fighting Jumbo, fighting Jumbo, Kobashi, brawl with Rude, Marty. No, the EWR skin is exclusive to the 2004 save. Until I forget to switch it at the beginning of one of the WCW streams. But that's the plan. The plan is to have different skins for each one. What are the road agent notes for promos? You know, turn, title change, storyline victory. You can do, like, bumps, stump bumps, and crazy bumps. But, like, if you think about it, that does happen in promos sometimes. Like, you attack someone and, like, throw them off the stage or something. Yeah, and storyline. You know, stuff. Alright. That is 51 minutes. I feel like Vader and Sting should just, like, win a match or something. Or I guess they should probably cut a promo, too. I mean, that'll do better if they cut a promo. But you know what? Porque no los dos. Who's local and wants to job to Sting and Vader? Got anyone with like actually good selling here, not just like theoretically good selling? Tom Brandy, you know Tom Brandy sells. Tom, you're heel tonight. Junkyard Dog. Was Junkyard Dog in WCW at the beginning of this save? Am I imagining that? It's been so long. The Gambler. Tom Brandy and the Gambler. Now there's two wrestlers. No one can deny that those are two wrestlers. Let's do Sting, Big Van Vader, Tom Brandy, the Gambler. 6 minutes. Sting is winning because that's the story we're telling, that Vader's not winning. And then they're going to cut a promo afterwards where Sting talks about how, Dangerous Alliance, you're calling us out. I'll defeat any of your guys for the Triple Crown title. And my man Vader, who's never let me down ever, he's gonna get his hands on Brian Pillman at rematch, and he's gonna show everyone that was a fluke loss and that he's better than that. Ain't that right, big man? And Vader's gonna be like, yeah, yeah, that's right. My confidence definitely isn't shaken. What else do we have? Oh, we haven't done anything with the tag team, guys, and we haven't done anything. Okay. You know what I'm seeing, chat? I'm seeing a goddamn 8-man tag. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the team of the Holy Demon Army teaming with Chris Jericho and Lance Storm to take on Misawa, Stan Hansen, Ultimo Dragon, and Rey Mysterio. Why not? Now we're booking. Look at this thing. All right, who needs the win in this? I actually don't know. Tag titles. Okay. Light heavyweight. Yeah, everyone's good. Alright, well, in that case, we're going to play it safe. Stan... Oh, it's both of the Holy Demon Army that have good. Okay. Well, then let's just have Stan take Tawai's head off. That sounds good to me. That's playing it safe. Stan Hansen will pin Akira Tawai. No one will have a problem with that. Everything's hunky-dory. And then we'll do a little... Actually, you know what? We don't need to do belt motion because we only have like 5 or 6 minutes left, and I would like to get the women on the show. Oh, Aja's not here yet. Fuck. Aja, when are you here? 16 days. Okay. Okay. Did Cynthia Moreno do anything last Nitro? She just like randomly wrestled in a 6-person match. Okay. When is Scott? I mean, the second time we fired Scott Hall felt like the last time we were going to fire him. But listen, there will probably be another time where we need to fill people on a brand and he'll get hired. It's very possible. I kind of want to let Cynthia Moreno cut a promo, but that's probably not a great idea. Do we have any local women's wrestlers? Just give her a squash match. Baby doll. No. We only have randos. Let's borrow somebody. We have Amy Lee. We have Bambi. Heidi Lee Morgan. Jacqueline. Kyoko Inoue. Lady Amazon. Who's a heel? Miki Hanada's a heel. Miki Honda's a heel. Lady Amazon's a heel. Heidi Lee Morgan's a heel. What's Miki Honda getting in Smoky Mountain? Just curious. Oh, a 56? Yeah, let's give her a shot. Cynthia Moreno taking on Miki Honda. I'm going to give them 8 minutes. I'm going to make it open. I'm going to let Cynthia win. It is not a title match. Thank you for asking. Okay, and the yellow should just be that Regal is mad. Oh, no, I'm also overusing many people in the 8-man tag. Okay, okay. Glad I checked that. Glad I checked that. Alright, just had to make that 2 minutes shorter. Great. Alright, let's open with this big Dangerous Alliance promo. Then I think the 4v4? And then let's do this Inoki promo. Oh, Owen Regal bicker after match. That's y'all. That's a show. It's hard to. We'll see how this main event goes, because Jumbo and Rick Rude should be really good, but it's basically a cold match that we're injecting heat into with the interferences and stuff. In fact, let's check the storyline. How hot is Rude Kobashi? Oh yeah, we're gonna get low heat penalty, so that might get like an 82 or something shitty like that. So this might not be a great show. This might be like an 86. Okay, 94. This was good. These guys good. $84 for the big 8-man tag. I will definitely take that. Lance Storm got a 62. Okay, Chris Jericho got a 67. It's been like 3 years, but we're getting somewhere with these guys. Taue got a 62. Quada got an 82. Yeah, this was good. And then, of course, the bottom half of this, Dragon, Hansen, and Masawa just fucking out of their minds good. 97 Inoki Kobashi promo. That's wild. What a world we live in. Cynthia Moreno and Miki Honda didn't click. Well, that sucks. Because, damn, that's... You hate to see it. She won by pinfall with a tope suicida? She hit it and then rolled her back in and pinned her? 67 for this. I'm curious as to why we didn't get our typical 70, but that's fine. We gotta check these gimmicks. The Gambler was awful, and Tom Brady was adequate. Great. We got a 99 for the Sting Invader promo. Now we're talking. Promos have really come through on this show. Vegas is hot, baby. 80 for this. That's fine. This was very much a we're telling stories match. Also, it had, like, the Dangerous Alliance B team. But hey, big win for the Dangerous Alliance B team. Also, it seems unfair that Bam Bam's in the B team. He got an 85. 75 for these guys just aren't getting along. Oh, man, I'm going to have Owen kick Regal's leg out of his leg, aren't I? Just going to do the Owen and Bret Hart storyline, but with Steve Regal playing the part of Bret Hart. You were like a brother to me, Owen. A baby brother. Okay, 86. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. Did we get hit with the penalty? We did. Okay, so this could have been, like, good. But we'll absolutely. We gained heat. And then a 90 for the big fight. Hey, 92. Good Nitro. Way better than I said. I said like an 86. We made $1 million. We gained pop in Hawaii and the Maritimes and Noreste. Okay. Oh, right, because we're getting our, I forgot our ratings, like, magically doubled last episode. So, yeah, we're probably going to be gaining popularity in regions like crazy now. We do not have TV in Europe, no. Viano 5 is here. Oh, Sting invented a catchphrase. I didn't even catch that. Please go to Super Viernes, sir. Thank you. Let's see what we got in emails. Yeah, I'm going by the fact that he has signed our contract, I'm going to say that he's not taking this UWA offer seriously. And yeah, we got 3 million people watching Nitro. Sick. Maybe spillover? But spillover suddenly going into effect in 3 years into the save? That doesn't make much sense. Also, you know what? We probably should recheck all the regions now that broadcasting has seemingly changed. Maybe now we can get on TV in Europe. I don't know. We never could before. We have a shitty deal in Canada. Can we get a better deal in Canada? No, not without going on TV in America, which we can't do. Okay. We're on in Mexico. That one's fine. British Isles? Nothing. Okay. Europe? Nothing. Okay, so that didn't change. I mean, I might as well check Australia while I'm here. Nothing. Okay. Ratings skyrocketed probably because wrestling industry and economy are rising. It could be the economy. American economy in the 90s was doing pretty good. Although I don't know why specifically like July 1995 would have been when he had it the set, but whatever. Hey, 98 people in Alberta though. Let me see, is there something here? I don't remember where to look at this stuff. I don't know. No one really left a comment explaining it either, so I think it's a mystery, quite frankly. Click global. I feel like I've missed. I feel like I've moved screens from what you guys were saying. Oh, over here. Okay, got it. Let's see. Economy falling. Wrestling industry falling. It's not that. Or is that just the Great Lakes? No, that's everything. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know. Someday we'll figure it out. The closest we got was that we go to a new era in August. I don't know why it would change the TV ratings in July, but it's the only even loose thread we have. Is it has something to do with the eras. Anyway, let's book a go-home show for Saturday night. No nights off. Let's see, where are we running? June 5th, Great Lakes is the farthest away. Last time we went to Ohio. Actually, you know, we like staying in Southeast and Mid-South for Saturday. Southeast was July, Mid-South was June. Let's go to the Mid-South. Last time we went to Kansas. Okay. Alright, we're going to Reunion Arena in Dallas. Alright, give me finishes for the pay-per-view. Stop toying with me. Near certainty for Stan Hansen. He is not on the pay-per-view. This is a Saturday night brand show. A likely for Terry Gordy. He is not on the pay-per-view. A regular near certainty. Thank you. Bit of a gamble. No thank you. Okay. Mark Youngblood wants to hang out? Sure. Mortis is a character idea? Okay. Richard Morton did a rib. Training, and that's it. Alright. Alright, so Eddie earned that #1 contendership last week. Shamrock called him out for that. Okay. I mean, I feel like the go-home show, anytime you've got the 4 horsemen, should be a big 4 horsemen 8-man tag, right? So that would be Rick, Tenru, other Rick, and John Paul taking on Arn, Steamboat, Ken Shamrock. You know, Rick Martel doesn't have a match at the pay-per-view, does he? So he's just kind of... We just kind of need a 4th babyface. It's very tempting to pick one of these New Japan guys. Let me see here. Yeah, Martel's just fucking chilling. I mean, Hennig has worked with Arn in the past, so I feel good about putting him in. Then we could do like an Avalanche run in. That would be fine. Let's do that. Oh, I want to give this like 16 minutes, but that might be too much John Paul Levesque. But tentatively speaking, The finish of this match is going to be Ric Flair pinning Kurt Hennig after... Let's do a distraction by Sherry. No, it's not too much Jean-Paul Levesque. Wow. Surprised. Alright. I think Austin and Eddie just do like a big 8-minute promo. You know what, let's do it like this. Let's do 6 minutes talking. And then add new part. 4 minutes fighting. Let's call this WCW title contract signing leads to brawl. Let's call it that. All right. I mean, if Avalanche and Sherry are not in that match, they should probably cut a backstage promo, probably like right before it. But we should probably do typical stuff about how like Sherry is terrified about being elevated above the ring in the shark cage, and her man Avalanche is going to make sure nothing happens to her, and that devious, that perverted deviant Kurt Hennig never lays a finger on her. Okay. Man, I don't know if Vampiro and Kevin Sullivan are going to be able to win these titles. Although, as we've mentioned, money is fake. Vampiro's pretty over. Vampiro can probably beat Rick Steiner. It's probably... Yeah, no, he can. He can beat Rick Steiner. Okay, so we're fine. Alright, let's see. Okay, like, I don't want to just keep doing 8-man tags, because we've already booked one. But, like, the Steiners teaming with Onita and Funk to take on the Coven, Richard Slinger, and Bull Payne sounds really fun. I like it. Let's see, what else? Well, Rick isn't totally dead weight, because Rick is gonna turn heel, and then he'll give Scott something to do until Starrcade. So... because it's only July, brother. So Scott needs a feud for the fall, and it's gonna be Rick. All right. Have we done just straight up like? I very real possibility I did this, but have we done just straight up Dan Severn and Cactus versus Steve Williams? And Takada. I might have done this like last week. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, actually no. We have not just... Oh, we did that 8-man tag already. Okay, well then let's just do this tag match. Let's make this a wild brawl, question mark? Yeah, Dan can brawl, Cactus can brawl, Dr. Death can brawl, Takada should have Puro. Yeah, let's make this a wild brawl. Who needs the heat? Who needs the heat? Cactus, good. Dr. Death is only neutral. Let's give Dr. Death a win. Okay. Speaking of the spooky guys, let's do a spooky video. Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan can talk, right? Right? Yeah, Kevin Sullivan can talk. Mortis, you just stand there. Oh, chat. I kind of love the idea of Rick Steiner getting possessed. Like, this is what this video could be. They, like, pull out a Rick Steiner voodoo doll and, like, do some shit to it. And then, like, the finish of the 8-man tag could be, like, well, no, that's not the 8-man tag. But, like, that could be the finish of the pay-per-view. Is, like, it looks like the Steiners are going to win, and then Rick, like, doubles over in pain and gets, like, pinned or some shit. Oh, no. I mean, that's a terrible idea, but I love it. That makes sense, right? The Coven seemingly puts a curse on Rick Steiner. Let's call this foreshadowing. Great. We're really... You know what? And let's even tease it in a promo later. Where, like, Scotty and Magnum are like, we saw that video you guys played. We don't believe in that hocus pocus baloney. Tell him, Rick. And then Rick's gonna be like, yeah, that's right. And then he's gonna keep, like, losing his train of thought, and, like, he'll be like, oh, I actually feel kind of nauseous or whatever. And then they're gonna be like, wait, what? This is booking. Yeah. Yeah, Nick is at home in working on a spreadsheet or something, and he just picked up his head and was like, wait a second. I need to log on Twitch right now. Oh, you know, I just remembered last week we did Onita Richard Slinger. And I believe the idea this week was to do fucking Terry Funk and Bull Payne. Which I think we may have done before. Yeah, but we're gonna do it again. It's fine. We're telling stories. This should be another Wild Brawl, quite frankly. I would like it to go to a draw, like a double DQ. I don't know if Terry will do it. I'll see what he says. But let's have Onita run in on Bull Payne. Let's have old Dick Slinger run in on Terry Funk. Extremely unhappy. Okay. Terry Funk, you can win by disqualification. Which I think is the same finish we did last time. But it's fine. We cannot do hardcore matches. Like, not just will TBS say no, but, like, our product doesn't even rate hardcore as a stat. Let's do a brawl after. Terry fighting. Onita fighting. Bull Payne fighting. Richard Slinger fighting. Yeah, man, I'm good. We're going on Monday instead of Tuesday because Dynamite's happening tomorrow. And NXT. I would assume Papa Shango's still going strong in WWF, quite frankly. Got like 10 more minutes. We're actually light on wrestling for once. Oh, we're slightly overusing bullpen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. I mean, everyone that more or less matters. Like we've gotten all the big feuds on the show. See, Austin, Eddie, US title, yep. Takata Severn, yep. Steamboat Tenru, yep. Flavors Arn, yep. TV title. Tag titles, yep. Yeah, that's all on there. I guess this is yet another chance for the never-ending, meandering mid-card feud of Jun Akiyama kind of doesn't like the Gilbert brothers. Everybody's, if there's time, Jun Akiyama and his new friend Battle Cat? Question mark? We're gonna take on Eddie and Doug Gilbert. Why not? I don't think we have a storytelling match on this show, so we're gonna give these guys the storytelling note. Battle Cat probably needs a win. Let's give Battle Cat a win. Great. What a show. Let's open with this contract signing. And then let's do Terry Funk versus Bull Payne, because we have 2 Wild Brawls, so we want to spread them out a little bit. Do you know the Gilbert brothers, the Covens? Alright, is the curse working? Has to be like way higher. Yeah. Yeah, it's a show. Oh, sorry about your laptop, Mr. Rain. What, you have like BitLocker on it or something? Anyway, should be good. I'm a little worried about the 8-man tag main event. Sometimes those don't work, but I don't know. I'll say a 90. I think the promos should all be good. Yep. We got a 100 for the Eddie Guerrero, Steve Austin contract signing into Wild Brawl. 76 for Terry Funk and Bull Payne. You gotta take that. And then a 76 for the fight. Okay. 67 for June and Battle Cat versus the Gilberts. Best wrestler in this match is somehow still Battle Cat. Good for him. Oh, this got a 57. Bro, Kevin Sullivan sucks so bad. I almost don't want him and Vampiro to win these titles, but like that's what we've been setting up this whole time, and we're setting up Rick about to turn heel, so like they have to win. But damn, Kevin Sullivan has been brutal. $84. Okay, this kind of cooked. But we can't. Maybe we could replace him with Mortis. Well, we could absolutely replace. Oh, what if we went like real fucking like Vince Russo mode and somehow Rick Steiner like he became Vampiro's partner, and then the champions coming out of the pay-per-view were Vampiro and Rick Steiner. That's bad. That actually doesn't even fix our problem. Because then we have Rick feuding with Scott, so then the tag titles are held. That's bad. We got to get the tag titles away from the Steiners. 85. I mean, I had Rick dramatic acting, so I think an 85 is actually pretty good. 87 for Avalanche and Cherry. I will definitely take that. Main event, 87. Okay, not like a tremendous main event, but pretty good. I don't think John Paul's not going to be able to beat Ken Shamrock. We're gonna, if the JPL train's going to keep on rolling at Great American Bash, we're going to have to do some kind of fucky finish. A 90. I think that's exactly what I said. So I'm happy with that. I will definitely take it. WWE did that with Cody Rhodes and Ted D. I didn't remember that until you just said it, but it's definitely a thing I've seen happen several times. Usually in like WCW or TNA though. Damn, Nitro makes a lot more money, huh? And yes, we are gaining popularity. We're like gaining a point every show in a region somewhere. That's wild. No, Dirt Bike Kid, keep the mask on. Don't take the mask off. Put it back on. Wow, these are some fucking stats for Dirt Bike Kid, huh? We can find someone who's already a heel that isn't doing anything and turn them spooky. But, like, the tag title match is this Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, we would literally be like, oh, here's a segment before the match where we turn them spooky. You know what I mean? And then we also run the risk of, like Vampiro and that guy not having chemistry. Saturday is taped, Nitro is not, so you're missing broadcast revenue from Saturday. Okay. That makes sense. Social's left AAA. She's left UWA. Ken Shamrock has poor ring psychology, says Eddie Guerrero. Alright. Hey, you should probably go to Nitro. I had, like, ideas of you and your dad doing stuff together, and then I put you guys in a tag match, and you didn't have any chemistry. You should probably just be on Nitro with the other women. That makes the most sense. Oh no, Kazushi Sakuraba lost his MMA fight. Damn. He was a taskmaster after all, not the promo master. His stats weren't bad though. Like he had like 60s and 70s like charisma and microphone. I thought he'd be okay, but he wasn't. Oh, Macho Man. Macho Man is staying on Super Viernes. The Macho Man loves Lucha Libre. Aja Kong has moved to Atlanta. Great. Avalanche has left New Japan due to the... Alright, we gotta see what New Japan did with Avalanche. Dan Crawford is back. Great. Power Raider Blanco has left AAA. I think that... Yeah, that's Skyda. Okay. Skyda was doing some gimmicks. House show in Saskatchewan. 81 fans. Okay. Oh, you are on Super Viernes. Okay. There's another thing I was going to check before that, and I've already forgotten. So I think we're just going to book Super Viernes. As a reminder, we actually have a Clash of the Champions we're building to for Super Viernes now on August 1st, which is a Tuesday, which is fine. We'll keep it on a Tuesday. But what we're building to for that is Austin taking on Dr. Wagner for the WCW title. Dr. Wagner Jr., I should say. Which is going to be tight, because he's... Dr. Wagner... He's here in 12 days. Yeah, that's really tight. Okay, so that's going to be like a surprise opponent. Austin's taking on Dr. Wagner. Paraguayo's going to take on El Dandy for the light heavyweight title. For the CMLL heavyweight title, Connect is going to take on Coco Beware. Tag titles, we're going to do Blue Demon Jr. and Atlantis against Panther and Warrior. Welterweight title, we're going to do Plata versus Hayabusa. Trios titles, we're doing Too Cold, American Love Machine, and Sasuke versus the Villanos. We're doing Skydive versus Negro Casas. Am I going to fit this all in one show? We're doing Savage versus Lasertron, and maybe we're doing Piper and Candido. We'll see. No, Liger's still not back for like hundreds of days. 154 days. Okay, no nights off. As always, we're going to run Arena Mexico. We are not selling it out every week. We don't have Mystico. Alright, I'm still farming creative finishes for the pay-per-view. Don't fail me now. Okay, you're failing me. Likely. A safe bet for Arn Anderson? Okay. A near certainty. Alright, there we go. Now we're talking. I might as well use these 48 points. Give me a storyline idea. A near certainty for Ric Flair. I don't really need that, but okay, sure. Hoovy! And he's got a deep friendship with Ray. Oh, he just wants to hang out? Alright. American Love Machine won a video game tournament. Giant Warrior and Steve Austin. Brother, Giant Warrior. Not your fight. Not your fight. Oh, I should have done this. Alright. Let me double check these storylines. I don't know if I made all these storylines I need to. Heavyweight title, Connect and Coco. Piper Candido. Oh, I made Piper Candido. Who? Skydive Cassis, tag titles, welterweight title, world title scene. I need to add fucking Dr. Wagner Jr. to the world title scene, which is a crazy sentence, but that's what's happening. Add storylines, Super Viernes, Trios titles, Too Cold, American Love Machine. It's just great Sasuke, not the great Sasuke. And Viano 3. Viano 4. Viano 5. Pero versus Dandy. Which will probably be the main event of the show, I would imagine. Probably even over the Steve Austin Wagner match, because Wagner is basically going to be a surprise opponent. Savage and Lasertron. Savage. You know what? Let's put El Genio, and let's put Chavo in this too. All right. Look at all these stories we got for Super Viernes. All right. So Coco came out last week and answered Connect's challenge. Viano's added a third. All right. Oh, El Dandy said he wanted the winner of the main. Okay, I'm glad we did that. All right. I mean, first off, the first match I want to book is I want to book Roddy Piper and Coco against Connect and Chris Candido. Because I want to get this Candido and Piper thing going. And the way I would like to do that is I would like Chris Candido to get a tainted win over Roddy Piper. which he's not gonna like. But money is fake, and I will give him a lot of it. Oh, he's cool. Wow. Damn, okay. Okay, Roddy. And then I want to do an angle afterwards, just like a 3-minute character development where Roddy like cannot believe what happened. He is shocked. He is stunned. And Candido is like jumps like jumps into Connect's arms or something. He is over the moon. He can't believe what just happened. Everyone is shocked at the finish of tag match. Okay? Cool. Let's do a 3v3 main event. That's Lucha, baby. Let's do Pero, Blue Demon, Atlantis, taking on El Dandy, Blue Panther, Black Warrior. I would love to give this 16, but I feel like the game's going to yell at me if I do that, so I'm going to go 12. And I think El Dandy's got to fucking win. Doesn't really matter if he pins Pero, so I'm just going to say El Dandy wins. And then afterwards, I'm going to do El Dandy belt motions, baby! Dandy working the crowd. Pero is there. I guess he's working the crowd. Well, this will do better if he works the crowd. Okay. Hayabusa. Hey, there's like... No, okay. You don't speak any Spanish. Although no, I think speaking English here is fine, right? Because I've had like Randy and I've had like Randy Savage and Roddy Piper speak cut promos, and that's been fine. And they don't speak any Spanish. Macho Man speaks passable French. Okay. Hayabusa speaks fluent English. Let's have him cut a promo. I have no... This is the old cook test. Plata. I always fucking forget if it's Oro or Plata. Hayabusa. He wants that welterweight title at Clash of the Champions. Shot that welterweight title at Clash. I have no idea what that's going to get. Alright, we still need High Spots or Steal the Show. We still need Tech Masterclass. We still have Negro Casas and Skyda. Skyda could really use some wins. So let's give Skyda a Tech Masterclass win over somebody. Oh, Dan Crawford. This might be your welcome back match, brother. Dan Crawford, welcome back. Let me actually, you know what? I better double check that. Is Skyder? Oh, Skyder's not recognizable. Is Dan Crawford? Oh, Dan Crawford's recognizable. Let's go. 12. Tech Masterclass. Winner. Skida. At ringside. Negro Casas. Dan Prophet is very unhappy. Are you that much more popular, Dan Prophet? I mean, in America, probably, because you're recognizable. Yeah, you have about 10 points on Skida. Hey, what's up, man? Do you want like 50 grand? Cool. Alright, that'll be fine. Alright, that's our Tech Masterclass. Oh, we have the oh, here's what we gotta do. Here's what we gotta do for a tag match. We gotta do Viano 3 and Viano 4 taking on 2/3 of the Trios champions. Oh, Too Cold's recognizable now. That's good. Too Cold, Love Machine, then Sasuke. But Sasuke's probably the best worker of the three. Let's do Sasuke. Well, Love Machine is the most over in Mexico. Let's do Love Machine and Sasuke. Versus Viano 3 and Viano 4. Although this is not going to be a fucking steal the show or hard spots match. So we'll probably have to book another one. 10 minutes. And Viano 3 is going to pin Sasuke when there is interference from the debuting Viano 5. And then let's do like 3 minutes character development. Hey, look, all the Vianos are here. Well, not all the Vianos, but you know. There's a new Viano, baby. Alright. And we still need a flippy match. Felino, it's pretty good aerial. Psychosis. Super Astro has really good aerial. Okay. So does Psychosis. Okay. You know, I probably need heal. There's going to be a lot of baby faces with aerial. Who are the heels with aerial? That's the question. Kato Kung Lee, maybe. Oro and Plata. You know what? It probably wouldn't be bad to give Oro and Plata a win here. And Taka. Taka has aerial. Oh, I didn't know I was going head-to-head with AEW Games. What are they? They're not playing TEW, are they? Alright, we are going to do Felino, Super Astro, and Psychosis taking on Oro, Plata, and let's do Taka. Why not? That'll be good. They are playing? Oh, how could they do this to me? I thought me and Adam Cole were cool. Alright. Okay. Are they booking WCW in 1992? Because that would truly be, that would feel targeted. Anyway, Plata's gonna win. And they're gonna have a high spots match. And we have, oh, we gotta hear from Randy Savage. Yeah, it would probably make a lot more sense for AEW to book AEW. Yeah, that's a good point. Randy Savage is going to cut a promo about how he came up short last week. No, this would be a babyface promo to be like, I came up short last week, but no, he's a heel. So he's going to cut a promo about how Paraguayo, he got lucky to win that cage match. Everyone saw that I had the victory secured until I slipped off the cage. And then the Genius will be behind him being like, that's right, we all saw it, that's right. Randy Savage is in denial. Alright, great. And the yellow is just that Dan Crawford is mad. Okay, no problem. Dan, you're opening the show, buddy. This Hayabusa promo, very high. Okay. I think this is good. I mean, we'll see how that 6-man tag does, but, like, I don't know. I think this is like an 87. We'll see. 72. Dan Crawford is rusty. Oh, he was, like, out for a long time, huh? Well, that's a shame. Let me write this down in the notes, because I will forget and keep putting him on TV. Dan Crawford. Rusty. I still got a 72, though, so that's all Skyda. He really fucking walked this guy through this match. 90 for the Randy Savage promo, okay. All of our commentators were bad. They were all trying to talk over Randy and the Genius. 75 for our random high spots match. I will absolutely take that. You know what? A 63 for a 6-minute Hayabusa promo? There's something there. You know? There's hope. He's not barred from the kitchen. Ooh, this got an 80. This kind of over-delivered. Actually, no. Sasuke and American Love Machine are just good now. That was actually what happened here. They're just... Well, American Love Machine was always good in Mexico. But Sasuke is like... Did we fuck around to get Sasuke over? I need to check that. In Centro in particular, where we run, he's decently over. But no, he's just that good. Yeah, he's just super good. Okay, that's fine. Back to the show. All three Villanos raise hands. Crowd goes mild. Yeah, Villano 5 has an also awful gimmick. A 72 for this. I will take that. Chris Candido is better than Coco. Good thing we're giving Coco that heavyweight title match. And then we got a 70 for everyone being shocked that Chris Candido beat Roddy Piper. Oh, this is what I was worried about with this main event. Oh, this sucks. I assume we got like double low heat here. No, only one low heat, but still, that sucks. Really needed this to be like an 86 or 7. $75 for this. 82. I mean, that's only 4 points lower than I guess. I can't be that mad at it. But that main event killed us. I thought that would be a lot better. Also, I gotta remember that Black Warrior, even though he is related to Blue Panther and they are a tag team, is not actually like a main event caliber wrestler. He's just kind of He's just kind of there. He is the Dralistico of this mod. $624,000. Cool. You know, we still gained a point in Puerto Rico, so there's that, I guess. Ryan, have you gotten Jeff Jarrett to do a job yet, or does he keep using creative control? I need to know this for future bookings. Okay. For a second, I thought Terry Gordy like shit on us on a radio show, but he was cool. He was chill. Dean Malenko got on the gas. Hell yeah, he got a contract in America. Was like, I gotta juice up, brother. Boo, boo, getting rid of creative control. Boo, coward's way out. Boo, you gotta suffer. You gotta suffer through it. Anyone could book 2004 TNA if you don't have to placate Jeff Jarrett. That's the challenge, Ryan. 3.8 million viewers for Super Viernes. Hell yeah. Look up Bronze or Platino if you want a third. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily want a third, but I mean, we could use more flippy heels. I don't know that those guys are that. Okay, I don't... Is it Brazzo de Platino, I assume? I mean, he's bad. Probably good on that. Alright, let's get to a Great American Bash. Actually, we got through those 3 TVs pretty quick, but the pay-per-views always take longer than I think they're going to. Black Warrior is... Okay. Well, that's going to be a problem, because Black Warrior is already doing other stuff. House show... I feel like these house shows are doing worse. We got 3 million for Saturday night. Super Viernes continues to low-key be the A show. Oh, what was Smoky Mountain's big show here? Summer Blast, 95. Tim Horner beat Jimmy Backlund. Joey Maggs beat Devin Storm. He's really been pushing Devin Storm. He's a big Devin... Cornette's a big Devin Storm guy. Pat Rose beat Mike Bucci. Brian Armstrong, Rob Van Dam, and Bob Armstrong beat Chris Daniels and James Murtato and Adam Flash. There's nothing really wacky here. This is just a Smoky Mountain show, baby. Alright, here we go. Great American Bash. 100,000. 250. No nights off. Great American Bash, I feel like you gotta do either Southeast or Mid-Atlantic. We're at 25,000. We can get 20. We can get 24 to the Charlotte Coliseum. We can get 25 to Victory Stadium. Let's go to the Charlotte Coliseum. Finalized broadcasters. Auto. Thank you. Alright. Stop screwing around and give me creative finishes. No, not a bit of a gamble. No. Oh, we don't have a lot of creative finishes to use for this pay-per-view. Hey, man, it's me, Jeff Hardy. Hey, it's 17-year-old Jeff Hardy. I'm here at Great American Bash. I was wondering if I could, you know what? 17-year-old Jeff Hardy? Yeah. Sure. Just pulled a 17-year-old out of the crowd and was like, get back there, kid. Takada did karaoke. Great. George South and Tony Schiavone got into an argument. Randy yelled at Lance Storm. Bull Payne yelled at Lance Storm. Alright, great. Let's inspire these guys, because I don't have a lot of creative finishes, so maybe we can get them all gassed up. Alright, Great American Bash last year, we got a 94 for Stan Hansen and Vader in a strap match. I mean, sick. Misawa beat Jumbo. Rick Rude beat Mike Awesome. Wow. Weird to think of a time when Mike Awesome would get a pay-per-view singles match. Brian Pillman beat Owen Hart for the light heavyweight title. Eddie beat Tenryu. Sting, Ron Simmons, and the American Nightmares beat the NWO in an 8-man tag. I mean, yeah, this is what these pay-per-views looked like when we didn't have a brand split, and we were really crunching people onto these shows. Miracle Violence Connection beat the Headhunters. Bull Nakano beat Cynthia Moreno. Steven Ultimo got a 94. I mean, I think we'll beat this, but we'll see. All right, well, we booked backwards, which means we're going with Steve Austin and Eddie Guerrero. WCW World Heavyweight Title. Why did I auto-name it? Steve, Eddie. Let's see. What are y'all's stamina and psychology and whatnot? 77.95, that's very good. Stamina, stamina only 72.80 for Steve. Okay. Because I was thinking about maybe giving them like 25 or 30. Oh, Eddie's is even lower. 6. I'm surprised Eddie's stamina is that low. And his psychology is that high. Okay. All right. Let's maybe not go crazy then and stick with 18. Let's stick with 18. Steve is simply going to win. We're not going to do any funny business. We're going to do a open, slow build. And, wow, we have 2 Arn Andersons. I don't think we have one specifically for Steve. We don't. I think we only have 1 near certainty. We have 2. We have 2 near certainties. Well, we have to use one on the main event. Absolutely. After the match, I'm going to have Steve offer a handshake to Eddie, and then he's going to pull his hand back and flip him off. Austin offers handshake, but then flips Eddie off instead. Okay. The next match I have listed, I can't imagine this actually goes second from the top, but the next match I have listed is Kurt Hennig and Avalanche in the Shark Cage match, which also can't imagine that's in the game or anything like it. A bungee cord match, that's in it. Okay. I mean, this is just a match where Sherry's above the ring in a cage, so I don't think we really need to even give it a gimmick. But I just thought that we would check. Alright, Kurt, Avalanche. Alright, so let me think here. This is going to be the end of this feud for sure. the gimmick is that the winner of the match gets Sherry, but Kurt doesn't want Sherry, right? Which could lead to an interesting dynamic of like Kurt being stuck with Sherry as his manager, even though he doesn't want her. But on the other hand, Avalanche could just win. Like, Kurt could be trying to lose the match, which would be funny. 1 vs. 1 prison cell. Which takes place inside a prison cell made famous from Texas indie circuit by Necro Butcher and Largus Black. I don't, never heard of that. That sounds like the match they did in WCW with, what was it, like Tank Abbott and Scott Steiner, where they just put him in like a little fucking cage in the middle of the ring. You guys, y'all remember that? Anyone? Just me? Okay. I think the finish of this match, a really funny finish, would be like Sherry tries to drop a weapon down to Avalanche, and then it like hits him on the head and knocks him out. Which I realize isn't very serious, but this hasn't been a very serious feud. Yeah, I kind of like the Hennig and Sherry Odd Couple thing. Let's do it. 12 minutes. I might give this the storytelling match, right? Because it's not going to be that, it's not going to be that, it's not going to be... Yeah, let's give this storytelling. Storytelling. Let's do Kurt Hennig wins by botched interference. By Sherry. Yeah, for him to knock him out, it would have to be like a brick or something, which is a little wild. I don't know how she get. Also, that'd be really hard to fake because, like, a foam brick. I think if you dropped a foam brick, it would like float, right? I don't know. Listen, not my job to figure it out. That's the prop guy. That's the prop guy's job. Loaded purse. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Like, we could just drop a purse. No one would know what was in it. And then after this, I want to do 3 minutes. Let's call this story. Yeah, storyline development. Where Sherry is let out of the cage and she's like, "Oh no, I hate that I have to manage Kurt now." And Kurt's just like, "No, I don't. No, this isn't. I never asked for this." Is upset that she has to manage Kurt now. Kurt can't believe this has happened. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he does sound like he's seeing birdies. Sure. Let's put him out there. Let's just make this a whole Bugs Bunny ass match. It's all fun and games until Sherry cheats on Tender for shoot with Kurt. Yeah, that is usually what happens here, huh? U.S. title, Cactus and Dr. Death. This is going to be... Oh, I made this a fucking street fight, I think. Yeah, let's make this a street fight. United States title. Wild Brawl. Let's see. 78, what is your star quality? 61. So like 78 and 79 pop is probably just as high as Cactus goes. Oh, Dr. Death has much higher star quality. Oh, I think Dr. Death might be winning the U.S. title. Let me think about this. Because Steiner... So after this pay-per-view, Steve Austin will still have that title. The TV title will be held by John Paul Levesque. And the tag... Yeah, all the titles will be held by heels. So yeah, let's put this title on a babyface so then there's something for a heels. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give Dr. Death the US title. I am good with that. And storyline US title. Also, I just realized I haven't been looking for creative finishes for these people. Do I have one for Steve Williams? No. Oh, I did. Oh, it's only a likely for Cactus. Okay. Oh no, don't use that. I think I'm just gonna leave this one as is because I think a Wild Brawl is capped at a 90 anyway, or at least for our product because it's only 10 minutes. Oh, Rogers says we can't do a street fight. Jeez, okay. All around town match. How about that? Cool, alright. Let's have Dr. Death celebrate. Celebrates U.S. title victory. Okay. The next one I have written is Takada and Severin, but that is like absolutely opening the show as a tech masterclass. Yeah. I think this is probably going to continue because this is actually their first singles match. And if this is continuing, Dan should win, like, Tainted. Do I have a Dan creative finish? I don't. Well, I do have one for... I have a Kurt Hennig near certainty. I have to go back and give him that. I'm going to use a safe bet on this one. I think these guys could put up a really good match. Can't believe I almost missed that Kurt near certainty. I would have been kicking myself. Next up, I have Steamboat and Tenryu, which is going to be really good. That's going to be a really good match. I think I'm also going to give them 20 minutes. This is another one I need to like think about. Steamboat's more popular, but it's not like I need to do anything with Tenryu. I don't think. Yeah, I wish I had my next pay-per-view laid out because that would make it a lot more clear who needs to win. But Steamboat's already wrestled Austin, so I don't... And the U.S. champion... So unless we did, like, Steamboat JPL, which I don't see us doing, although, boy, Steamboat would get the best match out of JPL ever, huh? And Steamboat is usually chill about putting people over. But also, well, I might continue John Paul. Let's just put Steamboat over. We'll figure it out later. I have no problem putting Steamboat over. Flair and Arn. I would very much like Arn to win this. Because the whole story has been that Arn is in Rick's shadow and blah, blah, blah. Now, oh God, they've had so many matches. Although I think I think this is the first singles match. It is. That's crazy. But I would like Arn to win. And we have an orange safe bet. So let's use that. Do I want to do... Because this is another one I could continue, and we'll probably want to continue it. You know what? Martel's not doing anything tonight. So let's send him out there for botched interference. In case we want to continue this. This is probably your semi-main event. TV title, JPL and Ken Shamrock. Out of pure curiosity, I wonder if Ken would just put him over. No. And I know money's fake, but I also don't want to pay, like, listen, I don't want to pay a bajillion dollars to get Triple H of all people over. So I will do a DQ finish here. Let's make it open. Well, you know what? Ken Shamrock, he's been known to get in the zone. Can we do John Paul by DQ with like a rage finish? Can we do that? Where's the rage DQ? That should be end with a sweet finish. In this case, one worker going to Berserk and rage and getting disqualified as a result. Yes. I would like to do that. And we don't have a John Paul. Oh, we have a Ricky Steamboat creative. Oh, it's only unlikely. A 10 root safe bet though. I have one other plain near certainty. You know, we probably got to use it on that tag title match. Unless we have a fucking Vampiro finish. We don't. Alright. I think I'm just going to go plain Jane here. Because it's not really important if this match is good or not. Oh, Ken is still very unhappy. Alright, well. Let's put an angle afterwards. In the zone, Shamrock continues attack. Storyline development, Ken attacker, John Paul victim. Tag title match. Let's see if we can actually do this. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, Vampiro, Kevin Sullivan, Vampiro, pinning Rick Steiner. This is absolutely a creative finish because Rick Steiner is gonna like become possessed or whatever. Okay, everyone's cool with that. I'm shocked. And then afterwards, we're gonna do an angle. Foreshadowing. Rick Steiner, after whatever voodoo stuff they did, he's like in the fetal position in the ring, or maybe like convulsing or something. You know, the commentators are like, "Oh my God, get an EMT out here!" And maybe Scott Steiner's like, "What the hell did you guys do?" He's acting. Meanwhile, Vampiro. I would say Vampiro and Sullivan are like maniacally laughing. Rick Steiner carted off. Scott is pissed. Coven laughs. And then, of course, Rick will be gone for a week or two and come back spookier than ever. And then, of course, we have one last match. Probably because the Steiners know this is Lena Scott's big push. I wish that's a thing you could tell them, but yeah, that happens all the time when someone's like, I don't want to lose this. I'm like, well, you're going to win the next one, and the next one's the title match, man. Terry Funk and Onita taking on Richard Slinger and Bull Payne. The match we've all been waiting for. I think this is just simply Wild Brawl. Onita wins. I don't think there's anything. Oh, you know what? We have a Terry Funk. We have a Terry Funk near certainty. Okay, that changes it a little bit. Now Terry's going over. That's Steamboat likely. Yeah, that's do we have any? Yeah, all the generic ones. Oh, we have a generic safe bet that hasn't been used yet. Oh, let's give that to the Steamboat and Tenru match. I didn't realize we had a regular ass safe bet. Yeah, let's use that one. Okay. And then we are going to book the good old backstage hype promos before the main event, as is tradition. Eddie, Steve, backstage hype promos for main event. Let's put this in some kind of order before we start adding promos and dark matches and stuff. Semi-main has to be Ric Flair and Arn. I mean, it just has to. And then I think Steamboat and Tenru would go here. Sure, I think Curtin Avalanche is good here. Cactus and Dr. Death. Oh, it's Cotton Dan Severn. That's Tech Masterclass. That's got to open. And then I think John Paul and Shamrock going to a DQ finish is extreme second on the card shit. And then Funk and Onita, yep. And then the tag. I don't love back-to-back tag matches, but I also... This is a good buffer between the two Wild Brawls. I guess Hennig and Avalanche could go down here, but I think Hennig and Avalanche will be good. But yeah, I'll put Hennig and Avalanche down here. Okay, I would like something between the Steamboat Tenru match and the Flair Arn match, so I think we will just do Flair and Arn backstage hype promos, because that will do good. Flair Arn backstage hype promos. All right, and then we can book dark matches. Who all is left? Not a lot of people, honestly. Oh, someone's got to squash Jeff Hardy. And then we'll book like a 10-man tag, and then like that's it. That's the show. Finley? Mortis? Mortis could like use it. Although Finley beating the shit out of 17-year-old Jeff Hardy sounds fun, so that's what we're going to book. Okay, that's great. And then a 10-man tag. Do you think Show of the Year will stay sold out? No idea. I mean, it's going to have to choose between a ton of 100s, so we'll see what it does. All right, Battle Cat. His good friend Jun Akiyama. Bobby Fulton. Tommy Rogers. And if I remember correctly, Gary Albright is like dying. He's in like horrendous condition. Yeah, he's got like an orange body here. I can't remember the last time we booked the Z-Man. Well, welcome back, brother. And they're gonna take on the heel team of Eddie Gilbert, Doug Gilbert. Let's get the Cowboys in there. Tracy Smothers, Steve Armstrong, and George South. Just a good old Southern Boys tag team, you know?
Is everybody in the groove? Stick around. We're just warming up, baby.
We are going to give the win to Jun Akiyama. Okay, that is the show. I think the yellow is just for Ken Shamrock being unhappy. That is fine. No one that matters is left off. I guess other than these Japanese guys. Hopefully they don't care. I'm saving you guys for the next pay-per-view. I hope y'all know that. 100. At this point, if we don't get a 100 pay-per-view, it's kind of a disappointment. So you gotta guess 100. Okay. I mean, honestly, a 44 for 17-year-old Jeff Hardy is pretty good. It's pretty good. Dave Finlay just beat the crap out of him. It's pretty good. 10-man tag. We got a 67. Z-Man got a 49. You know, we could probably let the Z-Man go at this point. I don't think the Z-Man is really adding a lot these days. Honestly, look, a lot of these guys probably don't need to be here anymore. These are the kind of guys that are only here because we have 3 brands and we need some bodies. If we were still trying to like squish all these people onto one show, there's like no way I think a lot of these guys would still be here. But hey, you know, good for the young Pistols that they're still here. Okay, an 89, and there was no selling, and Takada was off his game. Okay. But we still got an 89, so I'll take it. We are almost certainly running this back, and hopefully next time one of them sells, but I doubt it. That seems unlikely. These guys probably just had like a straight UWFI match, and it was probably cool. So, and there probably wasn't a lot of selling, because it's a real fight. You wouldn't sell in a real fight, you know? This got a 75, and there was also no selling, and there was no psychology. Wow, okay. I'm not surprised that Ken Shamrock doesn't have psychology, although we still got a 90. I'm a little surprised that JPL doesn't have any psychology. Like, I know he's young. I know in 1995 he's green. But sometimes, you know, these mod makers go like, oh, it's Triple H. He's got, you know, he'll have psychology, but I guess he doesn't. Well, that's why this went second. We knew this wasn't going to be great. And Shamrock in the zone keeps beating up Jean Paul. A 77 for Funk and Onita versus Slinger and Bull Payne. We'll take it. We'll take that for sure. Funk and Onita are going for the tag titles on the next Saturday night pay-per-view, aren't they? That's just kind of... That makes a lot of sense. Also, what a wild match. Vampiro and Kevin Sullivan versus Terry Funk and Onita. When you have the opportunity to book that, you got to do it. A 90 for Curtin Avalanche. People love our Looney Tunes ass finish. Who was I to doubt this match? People love stories. And then a 75 for Sherry going, oh no, I would hate to have to manage Kurt Hennig and his rippling muscles. And then Kurt being like, oh god. Oh. Another 90 for the Steiners against the Coven. I mean, considering Kevin Sullivan's useless ass was in this match, a 90 is crazy. Although it was all this, it was, I mean, Scott Steiner got a 100, so there is that. I'm honestly, even though it was Vampiro pitting Rick, I'm a little surprised the Steiners didn't complain. I feel like they would have been well within their rights to complain, and I would have either backed down or given them a lot of money. So they really messed up by not complaining. Kevin's getting better at his gimmick. Yeah, great. And then we got a 74 for, oh my god, what happened to Rick? Kevin is just bad. He gets this he gets this every time. He performed poorly but liked going off script. Great. Cool. 85 for Cactus and Dr. Death. Okay, okay. Cactus is a guy that I kind of don't really know what to do with at this point. He's been here 3 years. And I feel like he's kind of hit his ceiling. I feel like guy that wins the U.S. title is about as high as he's going to go for us. I don't know. Maybe he needs a face turn. Maybe he needs to switch brands. I don't know. We'll see. $75 for Dr. Death going, hell yeah, brother. I'm the U.S. champion. Woo! 99 for Tenryu and Ricky Steamboat. Not really surprised, but yeah, these guys are good. These guys are muy good. Have Cactus replace Kevin. Yeah, he could become spooky. He could become spooky. That's a good point. Ooh, this only got an 80 and it lost its heat. That's shocking. I don't know what happened here. Well, the match got a 98, so no problems there. They have great chemistry. Did we get hit with a low heat because of that promo? No, that was fine. Okay. Yes, Rick and Arn, very good. Big win for Arn. Arn already wrestled Austin though, right? So I don't really know what Arn does next either. Well, we'll have to think up of something. Have Cactus turn into Mankind and have him and Vampiro team. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like we're just adding everyone to the Coven, but it's not the worst idea. 92 for the promos. All right, give me a 99 or a 100 on this main event. Let's go, fellas. 99. Okay, there wasn't enough psychology. Not really worried about that note here because they got a 94 wrestling rating, which means neither one of them. I believe that means one of them would have had to have a 94 or higher psychology rating, which you know, that's hard to find. That's hard to come by. So, no real complaints. I'm very happy with the 99 match. This was very good. And then a 75 for another flip of the bird. 100. We've done it again, boys. The Charlotte Coliseum got an all-timer. All right, who are we putting over? I mean, okay, I am going to put the Steiners over because, like I said, they really should have complained. So I'm going to not compliment them on it. Where's the thing about like doing business or whatever? Let's put him out as a good example. And then, I mean, Austin and Eddie were great. Ken Shamrock is mad at us, I guess. So let's also point him out as a good example. And then who else? Who can I single out? Who was like one person who was really good? I don't know. Let's just put over Steve Austin. When in doubt, tell your champion they were great. Everyone is pleased. We made $4 million. Hell yeah. Gained a lot of pop. We went up in the Midwest, Puerto Rico, Ontario. Let's go. Noreste, Occidente, pretty much all of Japan. Gaining a point in Kanto is crazy. Kanto, which is Tokyo, is actually our strongest region in the entire game. We are more popular in Tokyo than we are in Atlanta. Alright, let's do a scrum. How are you intending to use your new signing, D. Malenko? You know, I think we're going to play it by ear. You recently made a new signing, Dr. Wagner Jr. What plans do you have for him? You know what? We're going to play it by ear. Battlecat has not hidden his unhappiness in WCW as this is affecting backstage morale. Are you considering removing him from the roster? He's still a part of my plans and a valued member of WCW. People are calling WCW the Great American Bash 1995 a success, but what are your views on the show? It was a huge success. The whole roster should be very proud. Yes, 100% the Inoki retirement show is in the Tokyo Dome. Absolutely. Terry Funk was off his game tonight. I don't care. Honestly, who are you to who are you to talk about Terry Funk like that? How dare you? D. Malenko is looking quite muscular these days. He hasn't even showed up yet. I'm happy to see such commitment. After a good performance tonight, people are talking about Dan Severn potentially making a late run as a big star in WCW. Is this a realistic goal for him, or do you think he's too old at this stage? This is a new question. I've never gotten this. Age is no barrier in WCW. It was a great performance. I think he was a talent. He was fantastic. Age be damned. I'm giving him a huge push. That'll make people mad. His card. But he's too old. You know what? Age is no barrier in WCW. Truer words have never been spoken. We love pushing old guys here in WCW. Well, yeah, Malenko immediately got... He's not even here yet. And he got on the gas, like, immediately, yeah. Smart. He wants that push, brother. He's given up a good gig in Japan. He's got to make it worth his while. Broadcasting deal between our child company, Smoke, and the Nashville network has expired. Well, let's fix that. Yeah, 1.2 million buys feels like a lot. And it also got 1.9. Oh, it got 3.2 overall between the places where we were on TV and the pay-per-view buys. That's wild. Let's go fix that for the child company. Broadcasting. Okay, our TV is on Prime Sports West. So that must have been for events. We'll negotiate, yes. Search. Yeah, I mean, we might as well also do events on there. Because that has all over the country. Whereas the National Network was only Mid-South and Southeast. Yeah, screw it. New deal for events. Does Smoky Mountain get 54s? I actually have no idea. But it's their events prime time. Yeah, let's do late evening just in case. Oh, they're not willing to offer us. They're not willing to offer us late evening? Oh, we can only get late night. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, they want us to pay? Jeez. We don't have to pay anything for Graveyard, but it's Graveyard. Early evening we wouldn't have to pay. Okay, let's go early evening. That sounds good to me. Alright, great. We love Prime Sports West. This is a great network. We love them. That's a great partner. Who are the WWE contract? You mean for broadcasting? I think they're still just on syndication, honestly. How would I see that? Tour company? No. View profile. Events and TV. Let's see. Primetime Wrestling is on Azteca 7, ITV, Samurai, Sport TV. Alright, Primetime is on USA Network. Wrestling Challenge is on First Run Syndication. And Superstars is on First Run Syndication. It's really weird to be in 1995 and still not have Monday Night Raw. Like, I almost want to, like, add WWF as a second company, make Raw active, and then, like, delete the second player or something. Oh, there's a bunch of contracts up on the main page. Let's go check that. Sergeant Slaughter and Pat Patterson. You know what? They can keep those. Larry Zbysko's working for PWA. I don't even know what oh man, Larry Zbysko is doing like the indie rap circuit. That's yeah, we kind of killed his pop dead. That's yeah. I guess I can't blame like WWF for passing on him, but that is rough. That is hard to see. Oh, it's Monday. Yeah, I don't want to do a Nitro, so we're gonna call it here. We will be back Tuesday next week. We'll be back on our normal day on Tuesday. Let's see. How far away is that Clash? Are we gonna make it to the Clash? No, 15 days. No, probably not. So next week will be a bunch of TVs. Maybe we'll get up. Maybe we'll get it up right before the Clash, but probably not. And then not that long after that will be the Worlds Collide / Antonio Inoki retirement show. And then yeah, we'll have Notepad time, but we'll do it. We'll do it after Nitro and before Saturday night. And that might take a long time because I have no idea what the next. What even is the next fucking Nitro pay-per-view? Halloween Havoc. Okay. Wow, there's actually only one before Starrcade for Saturday. I didn't realize that. Oh, Rick and Scott spin the wheel, make the deal. Can't wait. All right, so that's what's in store for that. And then, of course, Thursday, we've got WWE versus TNA. It'll be a big Nick stream. We will start with, I believe we're starting with his pay-per-view, and then after that will be a Raw. So strap in for like 90 minutes of WWE action, and then eventually I'll get to book something. So be there for that on Thursday. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all either on Thursday or next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.